I'm Teresa Matic with Resource Investing News. Here with me today is Renaud Adams, President and CEO of Richmont Mines. Renaud, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for inviting.
So, Richmont was the top gaining stock in the mining and precious metals sector for last year, gaining over 244%. What led to that success?
I like to believe that it was all justified, right? I mean, Richmont is a company, a Canadian-based company, more than 20 years of existence. Have forged a tremendous reputation over the year to operate very decently with a highly effective underground mines, maintain at all time a very tight balance sheet. But early 2014, game changer for the company. The company released the new resources below the level 400 of an existing mine, the Island Gold Mine in Ontario, and came out with more than 1 million ounces, nearly 10 grams a ton. Knowing that the mines have been operating since the beginning and around 5-6 grams a ton. So that was a game changer for the company. The first time ever the company was showing a path forward with the true possibility to transform the company in a long life players, increase production, reduce cost. And you combine with a very tight capital structure. We're currently sitting on only 57 million shares, so 1 and 1 is 2, and we like to believe that in the next year to come, we are one of the best and potential interesting story out there for underground mining in Canada. And the deposit remains open in all directions, and our first intent to explore and step out of the envelope to the east and at depth has returned very interesting results. So our belief is we're sitting in a very interesting system we've put in place. We have the expertise, we've put in place the right management to develop this asset, and we have all the financial to make it happen. So that's our story of 2014.
Okay. And in 2015, you have a fairly exciting accelerated development planned for your Island Gold Mine. What are you hoping to achieve with that?
I like to project myself at the end of 2015, and when I look backward, most of the envelope of what we call the inferred resources so far, we have a very aggressive plan to delineate those ounces into the measured and indicated. We're positioning the ramp of the system, so from 2016 we would start mining the new envelope. We'll complete all our mining and milling studies. So combined with the drilling, we like to believe that most of the ounces had the potential to move to the reserve category. And we have over 3,000 meters of development in ore, we call, combined with 2,800 meters of development and positioning the ramp system. So from 2016, we'll start mining the new envelope. And very important, over 60,000 meters of exploration. So we'll be drilling and testing the extension of the deposit laterally. So this is what we want to achieve in 2015.
Okay, and why did you decide to accelerate development at Island Deeps?
Well, because it makes all sense for us. We still have some reserves on the top of the mine, so that was the perfect year in 2015 to take advantage to have still some activities on the top of the mine, but putting a lot of effort in the bottom of the mine, to develop ahead of the game. We are with a ramping system. And the idea was to push the infrastructure ahead of us. So when we are at the bottom of around the 850 meters below surface, we still have we have the flexibility to mine from level 400 down to 800 and maintain a decent blend. So that was a perfect opportunity for us this year to just be ahead of the game.
And what's most important for investors to note about Island Deeps?
Well, Island Deep is considered as one of the most interesting potential underground mine in Canada for the next year to come. The system is remain open in all directions. As we're going to be transitioning the mine from the upper part to the lower part, we'll be mining better continuity, better zone, wider zone, better grade. So we'll have the possibility really to transform the mine into one of the best players in all metrics. So, and like I said, the deposit remains wide open. So we might be sitting on something that will be the next underground story in Canada.
Absolutely. And you have so far completed a $34 million financing in 2015, which makes up a big chunk of your capital expenditures for this year. How was Richmont able to complete that financing despite the current gold price environment?
I think it's the story, really, what we're bringing at the table, for our investors and the new incoming investors. Been an existing company that has shown over the years the expertise in doing what we're doing, and now putting on board the right management to develop that asset with the quality of the asset we have and the potential in the future of the return to the shareholder. There was a lot of interest for our story, and quite frankly, we're very, very proud of that financing.
That's great. And similarly, you joined Richmont last year as CEO. What influenced your decision to join the company?
I really want to be the leader of this new phase of Richmont. It's a Canadian company. It's a Canadian story. I'm Canadian myself. We have assets in Quebec and Ontario. I like to say that it is on our backyard, and I truly believe that we have one of the most interesting stories moving forward, and I wanted to lead that.
Thanks for joining me, Renaud.
Thank you.
I'm Teresa Matic with Resource Investing News.